Hello dear students, I hope you are doing fine. Today our subject is mathematics. We are studying it for 10th classes. Now we have studied a little bit about coordinate geometry and previous lessons, but today we will just continue by the previous lessons where we left, and our issue was circle, and we will just study a little bit more condition about the circle, some special condition that circle has, and we will study in this lesson. I hope you learn it, and at the beginning I will say if you do have any questions, so you can also contact me. Let's start our lesson. So we have coordinate geometry, as I previously said. We have three conditions in coordinate geometry. We started circle. In circle we have three main conditions or special conditions that we have currently. Now we will study those conditions. The first condition, the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. What does semicircle mean? Semi means half circle. When a circle is half, it is also called a semicircle. So they say when we sketch an angle, or we have an angle in a semicircle or a half circle, that angle will be 19 degrees or a right angle. Here we have shape, and this figure or shape I will just explain how it works, or how we can draw it, or where it is located. For example, we have this circle, the green one. Here we have a circle. We have drawn a red line, which is also we are calling a diameter, which separates or divides the circle to two equal parts, or 180 degrees to the upper side and 180 degrees to the downside. Here we have a blue line which starts from point X to Y and from point Y to Z. We have these two lines. These two lines are making an angle. This angle is 90 degrees centigrade, 90 degrees. Here we have X, Y, Z angle. Here I have also written here X, Y, Z angle is 90 degrees, or a right angle. Okay, we have understand the first condition in that. Let's go and study the second condition, what it says. In second condition, the perpendicular from the center of circle to a chord bisect the chord. What does chord mean? Chord is a line which connects two points of a perimeter of a circle. Means here we have a circle. It connects or joins 2 points of a perimeter. Here this is perimeter. This red one, this blue one is green one is all of this green line is the perimeter of a circle. So this point M, from point M to point N, we have a line which is a blue line. This blue line is called a chord. What's the difference between a chord and a diameter? Diameter always passes through center, but chord does not passes through center. This is the difference. One of them passes from center and the other is not passing from center. So we have here chord. Now we are in our second condition, or it says if we have a chord and we just draw a line from the center to that chord, that line will bisect. Bisect means divide into equal parts. Divide it into equal parts. Bisects means dividing it into equal parts. So we have drawn a red line, this red line from point C, from the center to the chord. It divides the MN line to two equal parts. Here we have CL line is perpendicular to MN line. This CL line is perpendicular to the main chord, which is MN line, and ML line is equal to LN line. This ML line is equal to LN line. When we just draw a line from the center to that chord, it will be perpendicular. It have to be a perpendicular line first, and when it is perpendicular, this line will divide the chord to two equal parts, as we have in here. Now we have third condition. In third condition, they say to us that the tangent to a circle at a point is perpendicular to the radius through that point. What does tangent mean? A tangent line is a line which passes near to the circle, and it has a common point with the circle, a common point with the perimeter of the circle. It have to be, must be an external line. It cannot be an internal line, means it must not pass from inside the circle. It must pass by the perimeter of the circle. So this red line is our line here that we have. It is a tangent line. Now, if we just draw a ray or a line from the center, this is also a radius. Radius which is from center to the perimeter, which is also radius. So this radius will be perpendicular to that tangent line. Here we have in a mathematical shape CM line. This is CM. This radius or the blue line is CM. CM line is perpendicular to SR line. SR is the tangent line that we have in here. So we also explained this. Now let's come to an example. Now we will solve an example, and then we will solve the example, and this example have some steps. Step by step we will solve this example. Here we have an example. A circle has a radius of 5 units and passes through the points 0, 0 and 0, 8. Sketch the two possible positions of the circle. Let's start to solve this example or this problem. First, we have some step, and the first step we will just analyze. We will just analyze the question or the problem. What does the problems or the question want from us? Analyze the data. First, a circle with two possible locations. Here it says to us, sketch the two possible positions of the circle. Means there is one circle, but it has two positions. They are identical, they are similar, but they have different centers. So a circle with two possible locations means they are mirror of each other. Mirror means the same thing. One is left, one is right. So like this one. It's not a copy, but it is a mirror. The same thing, but one is to the right side, or when you say to the left side. The same thing to both sides of the coordinate plane or to the quadrants. The quadrants will be different. For example, if we say a circle, some part of it is in second quadrant, the next part may be in the third quadrant, but the first one will be in first and the fourth quadrant. So this is called the mirror. Means they are the same, but they are in a different location. Now, B. Both circles have intersecting points of A 0, 0 and 0, 8. The question says to us that the circle passes through 0, 0 and 0, 8. Means they are passing, both circles are passing from the same point, the same points, which is 0, 0 and 0 and 8. Third thing that the question tells us is the radius. Here they have mentioned us that the radius of the circle is 5 units. So it is 5 units, I think. So it is how much? 5 units. It is 5 units. Means the third option in the question tells us that the R or the radius in this circle is 5 units. So we have in C option, it is 5 units. So let's solve the question and go to other steps of the solution. Okay, students, let's go to the second part of our solution, or the second step. In the second step, we have to draw the shape. The data that is given to us, we have to put that data on the coordinate plane and just draw a circle on here. Okay, so we had 2 points, which was when we analyzed. So the point 1 was 0 and 0 and 0 and 8. When the circle, the perimeter of circle passes through those points. Here we have the green circle, and we have find the in coordinate plane the 0, 0 point, which is the origin, and 0 and 8 means on the y coordinate we have 8, on the x coordinate we have 0. And we have center. We have center here. So we have drawn this data, or the data that is given to us, we have put it on the coordinate plane. Let's solve the question. Now we have come to the third step to solve the question. Here we have OM line is the chord. What does chord mean? As I said, the chord means the line which is just connecting 2 points of the perimeter and does not passes through the center. Here we have the chord. The red, I also mentioned here, the line marked with the red, with the red color. Here we have from O to M. This is the chord. The green one is circle, and this red and black line is the chord of the circle. If we draw a line from the center to the chord, it will bisect the chord. Okay, and first I think in the second condition of the circle we have studied that if there is a chord and we draw a line from the center to that chord, that line will bisect the chord to 2 equal parts. Here we have, and we are applying that rule to this circle on this condition. We have center, we are just sketching or drawing a line, a dashed line from the center to the chord. This line or this green dashed line will divide the chord or OM line to 2 equal parts. If we, so dashed green line, I also said that we have, when we draw this, I have drawn it in a dashed green color here. Okay, OM is 8 units. As we know, it is 8 units because its y coordinates goes from 0 to 8. So this line or OM line or the chord is 8 units. When the line comes from the center, it divides to equal parts, means both sides will be 4 units. Okay, OM line is equal to, OM line is 8 units. If we divide OM to 2 equal parts, this part and that part, it will become 8 divided by 2, 4 units. Means, and then we will give a name to this point. Suppose we have given here this point a name of B. So OB is equal to BM. OB, this part is equal to this part BM, and both of them are 4 units. Means each of them is 4 units. Here we have to third step. We will just, as the point on the chord, point B here. As the point on the chord B means this says us the point B is on the same surface as the center of circle, means they are on the same surface. For example, point B and C, they are on the same surface. If you look at the horizontal surface, they are both on the same surface, means they are coplanar. That's we can say in geometry they are coplanar, means on the same plane. So the center of the circle will have the same y coordinate as point B. The y coordinate of B is equal to the y coordinate of C because they are coplanar, they are located on the same plane. So the y coordinate of these both points are the same. As we know, the y coordinate of B was 4, so the C is also 4. So here we have 4, this one is 4, point B is 4 because it's the middle of 0 and 8. It's 4, so B is 4. The C, the y coordinate of C will be also 4. Now we are coming to another step. We should find the x coordinate of the center for this purpose. For this purpose, we have to draw a triangle inside a circle. So we find the y coordinate of the center. Now we want to find the x coordinate of the center. In this case, we have to draw a triangle inside, or inscribed. We are also calling it inscribed triangle inside a circle. Here we have, from center, we are just drawing, we have just dividing this circle to 2 parts, or just drawing a diameter in this circle, and we have point M, as we had here, point M, and point B, we had here, point B, and we have point C. All of those points we are just putting there, and then drawing a triangle. From point B we are driving a line to point M, and from point M we are driving a line to point C, and then we have a line between B and C, that is X. That's unknown. We have 4 units. Where we got 4 units? Here. From here we got 4 units because this line was, the chord was 8 units. This part is 4 units, and this is also 4 units. So we took that part and we bring it here. This CM line is the radius. Radius they given us in the question, it was 5 units. So we are just putting 5 units in here, and we have BC. BC is the unknown, or the x coordinate that we have to find. Here we are finding it, and BC is unknown, so we are just putting x in here. Now, From triangle BCM, this triangle BCM, this triangle colored with blue lines. In this triangle, it is a right triangle, and a right triangle we can use easily a Pythagorean theorem, and from that Pythagorean theorem we can find the unknown side, or the side which is not clear to us. MC square is equal to BM square plus BC square. MC square is equal to, which is hypotenuse, is equal to BC square, BM square, which is the opposite side, plus BC square, which is the adjacent side. So instead of MC, we are just 5 square, is putting 5 square, because the radius or the CM or MC line is 5 units. BM, we have BM line which is 4 units, so 4 square, plus BC as unknown. BC is our X or unknown, so we are just writing BC square. Here we go. We will just do some mathematics or math operations or some calculations. Here we have 5 square will become 25, and this will become 16. So we are taking 16 to the other side of the equation. It will become negative. So BC square is equal to 25 minus 16 will become 9. BC is equal to, if we take square root of both sides, it will be equal, then square root of 9 is positive and negative 3. Why? Because each positive number has a positive and negative square root, or the square. Each positive number has a 2 squares, positive and negative. Now we are coming to our final part of the solution, which is locating the circles, or drawing the circles, or sketching the circles and locating them. We have identical circles with the different centers. So we found the centers. First center is -3 and 4, and the second center is, for second circle is 3 and 4. So we are just pointing these points in the coordinate plane and then drawing both of the circles. So the circle will pass, both circle passes from 0 and 8 and 0 and 0, and the circles are minus, the center of the circles are -3 and 4 and 3 and 4. So it was our lecture for today. Hope you learned it, and do you have any questions, so you can contact me, and stay safe and goodbye.